Hello everyone, welcome to our presentation. Today we'll be exploring the world of TV in Unit 4. This is the first slide, so I want to start by saying how excited I am to have you all here. Over the next few minutes, we'll take a look at the fascinating world of television, its history, and its impact on our lives. We'll also listen and discuss some interesting topics along the way. So let's get started and enjoy the journey into the world of TV. Today, we're going to focus on the lesson objectives for this session. First, we'll explore some comprehension questions to test your understanding. We'll look at how to find answers for specific information in TV, films, and documentaries. Listening skills are also a key part of this lesson, especially when it comes to genres of TV films. We'll work on identifying different genres, and by the end, you'll be able to talk confidently about TV films and documentaries. These objectives are designed to help you improve your listening and analytical skills, which are essential for understanding and discussing this type of media. So, let's keep these goals in mind as we move forward through the lesson. Let's start by thinking about the worst TV film you've ever seen. What made it stand out as the worst? Was it the acting, the storyline, or maybe the special effects? Sometimes, a really bad film can be entertaining in its own way, but other times it just leaves you disappointed. It's interesting to reflect on these experiences because they shape our taste and expectations. Now, moving on to genres, do you have a favorite? Are you drawn more to animation, comedy, or adventure? Each genre offers something unique. Animation can be visually stunning and imaginative. Comedy makes us laugh and relax, while adventure takes us on exciting journeys. Understanding which type we prefer helps us see what kinds of stories resonate most with us. Finally, think about your all-time favorite TV film. What makes it special? Is it the characters, the plot, or perhaps the message it delivers? Our favorites often leave a lasting impression and can tell us a lot about what we value in entertainment. Connecting these ideas to the overall theme, it's clear that our preferences tell us a lot about ourselves and how we connect with stories on screen. So let's take a closer look at the different TV genres we're exploring. When we talk about comedy, we're focusing on shows that aim to make us laugh and often include humorous situations and characters. Animation, on the other hand, covers a wide range of styles, from cartoons to more artistic animated series, and can encompass many different tones and themes. Drama is all about storytelling that delves into complex characters and emotional narratives, often exploring serious or intense topics. And then we have adventure, which is characterized by exciting journeys, exploration, and action-packed plots that keep us on the edge of our seats. Understanding these genres helps us see how shows are categorized and how they appeal to different audiences. It's a key part of analyzing the overall landscape of television content, and it ties directly into our broader discussion about how genres shape viewer experiences and expectations. So, when we talk about TV genres, it's important to understand what kind of stories we're engaging with. On this slide, we've got 4 main genres to consider: adventure, comedy, romance, and drama. Each one offers a different experience for viewers. Adventure shows tend to be exciting and action-packed, often taking us on journeys to new and exciting places. Comedy is all about making us laugh and providing light-hearted entertainment. Romance, on the other hand, focuses on love stories and emotional connections between characters. And drama explores more serious themes, often delving into complex character relationships and real-life issues. Recognizing these genres helps us better understand the content and the audience's expectations. Throughout this presentation, we'll see how each genre influences storytelling and viewer engagement in unique ways. So let's take a closer look at the different TV genres we might encounter. First up is comedy, which is all about making viewers laugh and feel good. It's designed to entertain and often features humorous situations, witty dialogue, and memorable characters. Then we have horror, a genre that aims to evoke fear and suspense. It plays on our instincts and often includes scary scenes, supernatural elements, or psychological thrillers to keep us on the edge of our seats. Next is animation, which is a versatile genre that uses animated visuals to tell stories. This genre isn't limited by real-world constraints, allowing for creative and fantastical worlds that appeal to all ages. And finally, science fiction, which explores futuristic concepts, advanced technology, and space adventures. It often encourages us to think about the future and the implications of scientific progress. Connecting this to our overall theme, understanding these genres helps us better appreciate the diversity of TV storytelling and how each one connects with different audience interests and emotions. So now let's take a closer look at the different TV genres. First up, we have comedy. Comedy shows are all about making us laugh and providing entertainment through humor. They often feature witty dialogue, funny situations, or exaggerated characters that bring joy to viewers. Next, we have adventure. Adventure series typically take us on exciting journeys, often involving exploration, action, and sometimes danger. These shows capture our sense of wonder and curiosity, encouraging us to imagine exciting new worlds or daring missions. Then there's animation. Animation isn't just for kids. Many animated series appeal to all ages. They use various artistic styles to tell stories, often allowing for creative visuals that would be difficult to achieve with live action. Finally, we have science fiction. Sci-fi transports us into the future or alternate realities, exploring technological advancements, extraterrestrial life, and complex societal themes. It pushes the boundaries of imagination and often reflects on real-world issues through a futuristic lens. Connecting this to our overall theme, understanding these different genres helps us appreciate how diverse storytelling on TV can be. Each genre caters to different tastes and interests, enriching our viewing experience and broadening our perspective on what television can offer. So when we ask, what TV genre is it? We're really trying to identify the category or style that best describes the show. Let's start with reality TV. These programs are all about real people and real events, often highlighting everyday life or specific themes like survival, dating, or talent competitions. They're designed to feel authentic, even though some aspects may be staged or edited. Next, we have fantasy. Shows in this genre transport us to magical worlds, featuring mythical creatures, supernatural elements, and often a sense of wonder. Think about stories where anything is possible, and the setting is often medieval or otherworldly. Then there's animation. This genre uses animated visuals to tell stories, and it's not limited by real-world physics or appearances. Animated shows can be humorous, dramatic, or even educational, appealing to all age groups and offering a lot of creative freedom. Finally, science fiction. Sci-fi explores futuristic concepts, advanced technology, space travel, and often questions what it means to be human. It's a genre that pushes the boundaries of imagination and speculates about the future or alternate realities. Connecting all of these, understanding the genre helps us better grasp the show's themes, target audience, and storytelling style. It's a crucial step in analyzing any TV program and appreciating what makes it unique. So let's take a moment to explore the different TV genres that really capture our imagination. First up is reality TV. This genre often features real people and real stories, giving us a glimpse into their lives and challenges. Next, we have fantasy. Fantasy shows transport us to magical worlds filled with mythical creatures and extraordinary adventures, sparking our sense of wonder. Then there's animation, which uses artistic visuals to tell stories across all kinds of genres, appealing to a wide audience and often blending humor with storytelling. Lastly, science fiction or sci-fi takes us into the future or alternative realities, exploring technological advances and their impact on society. Connecting this to our overall theme, understanding these genres helps us appreciate how diverse storytelling can be and how each genre appeals to different interests and emotions. So now let's explore the question, what TV genre is it? We have several options to consider. First up, reality TV. This genre is all about real people, real stories, often unscripted, giving viewers an authentic glimpse into everyday life or specific themes. It's very popular because it feels genuine and relatable. Next, we have historical TV. These shows focus on past events, often dramatized to bring history to life and help viewers connect with different time periods. Then, there's animation. This genre covers everything from cartoons to sophisticated animated series, appealing to a wide range of audiences, especially the younger ones but also adults. Finally, science fiction. This genre transports viewers into futuristic worlds, exploring advanced technology, space travel, and often raising questions about society and the future. Understanding these genres helps us see how different TV shows target specific audiences and serve different storytelling purposes. It also ties into our overall theme of analyzing media and how genre influences audience engagement and perception. Now, let's take a look at some of the most popular film genres that capture our imagination and emotions. We have romance, which often explores love and relationships, and drama, which dives into intense emotional stories. Fantasy transports us to magical worlds, while science fiction pushes the boundaries of technology and future possibilities. Action keeps us on the edge of our seats with excitement and adrenaline. Reality-based films ground us in real-life experiences, and horror aims to thrill and sometimes scare us. Adventure takes us on epic journeys, and comedy brings laughter and joy into our lives. Animation, on the other hand, offers creative visual storytelling that appeals to all ages. As we consider these genres, I want you to think about which one resonates with you the most. Which genre do you like the best? This question helps us understand our personal preferences and how they connect to the kinds of stories we find most engaging. Remember, each genre offers a unique way to connect with different themes and emotions, enriching our overall experience of storytelling. So let's talk about the question, what genre is it? This is a key part of understanding any piece of content because knowing the genre helps us set expectations and interpret the work more effectively. When we identify the genre, we're essentially categorizing the content into a specific style or type, like drama, comedy, thriller, or sci-fi, for example. Highlighting the genre also connects to the overall theme of our presentation, which is about how different genres influence audience perceptions and engagement. Recognizing the genre allows us to better appreciate the choices made by creators, whether it's in storytelling, visual style, or tone, that align with genre conventions. So, as we analyze this content, think about what clues tell us its genre, whether it's the language used, the setting, the characters, or the overall mood. All of these elements help us identify the genre and deepen our understanding of the work's purpose and appeal. So let's talk about the name of the film. It is called Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. This title is quite significant because it hints at what the story is about, specifically, the fall of the Jurassic World theme park and the events that follow. The word fallen suggests a decline or a disaster, which ties into the overall theme of chaos and the consequences of human interference with nature. This film takes us deeper into the world of dinosaurs and explores the moral and ethical dilemmas surrounding their preservation and exploitation. Understanding the title helps us grasp the stakes involved and sets the tone for the action and drama that unfold in the movie. It's a key piece of the puzzle when analyzing the film's message and its place within the franchise. So when we ask, what genre is it? We're really diving into understanding the category or style that this content belongs to. This is a key point because genre helps us set expectations and guides how we interpret the material. For example, is it a drama, comedy, horror, or perhaps a documentary? Recognizing the genre allows us to better appreciate the creator's intent and the conventions they might be using. It's also important to note that sometimes content can blend genres, which adds complexity but also richness to the overall experience. Connecting this to the broader theme of our presentation, understanding genre is crucial because it influences audience engagement and how the message is received. So, next time you encounter a new piece of content, ask yourself, what genre does it fit into, and what does that tell me about it? So, let's move on to the next slide and talk about the film's title. The name of the film is The Lion King. This is a very iconic and well-known title that immediately brings to mind themes of leadership, family, and the circle of life. When we say The Lion King, we're referring to a film that has touched audiences worldwide, not just for its storytelling, but also for its powerful messages. In this section, I want to emphasize that the title itself is more than just a label. It encapsulates the core of the narrative, about a young lion's journey to become king. It's also a great example of how a simple, memorable name can carry so much meaning and resonate across different cultures and generations. As we connect this to the overall presentation, remember that the title sets the tone and expectations for the story we're about to explore. It's a perfect reflection of the film's themes of responsibility, growth, and the importance of understanding one's role within a larger community. So let's talk about the question, what genre is it? This is a really important point because understanding the genre helps us set the right expectations and interpret the content correctly. When we consider genre, we're looking at the category or type of the work, whether it's a novel, film, or another form of media. Each genre comes with its own conventions, themes, and audience. For example, a horror film aims to evoke fear, while a comedy is designed to entertain and make us laugh. Recognizing the genre also helps us see how the work fits into the larger context of its category, which is essential for analyzing its impact and effectiveness. So, as we move forward in this presentation, keep in mind how genre influences not just the content itself, but also how we perceive and evaluate it overall. So, the name of the film we're focusing on is Sonic the Hedgehog. It's a popular and well-loved movie that brings to life the iconic video game character. The film is centered around Sonic, a speedy and humorous hedgehog, and his adventures. It's a great example of how a beloved gaming franchise can be adapted into a successful cinematic experience. Throughout the presentation, we've been exploring different aspects of media adaptation and audience engagement, and Sonic the Hedgehog is a perfect case study for that. It highlights how character design, storytelling, and brand recognition come together to create something that appeals to both fans and new audiences alike. So let's dive into the question, what genre is it? This is a really important point because understanding the genre helps us set expectations and frame our analysis. When we talk about genre, we're essentially categorizing the work based on its style, themes, or conventions. It guides how we interpret the content and what audience it's aimed at. For example, is it a drama, a comedy, or maybe a documentary? Each genre has its own set of characteristics that influence the storytelling approach. Recognizing the genre also connects to the overall theme of this presentation, which is about understanding different media forms and their unique features. By identifying the genre, we can better appreciate the choices made in the content and how they serve the intended purpose. So, as we move forward, keep in mind that genre isn't just a label. It's a lens through which we interpret the entire work. So the name of the film we're focusing on is Bruce Lee, A Warrior's Journey. This title itself gives us a lot to think about. It highlights Bruce Lee not just as a martial artist, but as a true warrior, someone who embodies strength, resilience, and a relentless spirit. When we say a warrior's journey, it suggests there's a story of growth, challenge, and discovery behind his life. This film is really about exploring those core aspects, his philosophy, his struggles, and his incredible impact. It connects directly to our overall theme of understanding the power of perseverance and innovation. By delving into this film, we gain a deeper appreciation of how Bruce Lee's journey continues to inspire generations. So when we ask, what genre is it? We're really diving into understanding the style or category that best describes this content. It's important because the genre helps us set expectations about the tone, structure, and even the audience. For example, is it a documentary, a comedy, a drama, or perhaps a thriller? Recognizing the genre allows us to connect more deeply with the material and understand its purpose. Throughout this presentation, we've seen how genre influences storytelling choices and audience engagement. So, identifying the genre isn't just about labeling, it's about grasping the core of what makes this content unique and effective. So let's talk about the film's title. The name of the film is A Beautiful Mind. It's a compelling title that really captures the essence of the story. Now, when we say the film is, we're referring to the core message and themes it explores. This movie delves into the life of a brilliant mathematician, John Nash, and his struggles with mental illness. It highlights how his mind, despite its challenges, also produces extraordinary insights. The title suggests that even amidst complexity and chaos, there's beauty to be found, something that ties into our overall theme of resilience and the power of the human mind. It's not just a story about mental health, but also about hope, talent, and the remarkable capacity for growth. Let's take a closer look at some of the key film genres that have shaped the industry. Starting with biography films, these movies tell the stories of real people's lives, offering us insight into their experiences and achievements. Then we have documentary films, which aim to inform and educate by presenting factual content about real-world issues, events, or people. Moving on, the action-adventure genre keeps audiences on the edge of their seats with exciting sequences and daring escapades. Animation, on the other hand, allows us to explore fantastical worlds and characters brought to life through creative artistry and technology. Science fiction is another fascinating genre that often explores futuristic concepts, technological advances, and the impact of science on society. By understanding these genres, we see how filmmakers craft stories that resonate with diverse audiences and contribute to the rich tapestry of cinema. This slide highlights just a few examples of the wide variety of genres that help us connect with stories in different ways, reinforcing the overall theme of how film continues to evolve and inspire. Let's take a closer look at some of the key words that really highlight the complexity of the topic. First, delusion. This refers to false beliefs that can sometimes distort perception and understanding. It's important because it shows how easily our minds can be misled, especially in high-stakes situations. Next, abrupt. Things can change suddenly, catching us off guard. This word reminds us that developments in this area might happen quickly, requiring us to stay alert and adaptable. Then, prominent. When something is prominent, it stands out clearly. Recognizing what is prominent helps us identify key elements or actors involved in any situation or narrative. Moving on, capture. This can mean physically seizing something or metaphorically capturing attention or interest. Understanding what is captured can reveal priorities or areas of focus. Death is, of course, a profound and often tragic outcome, but it's also a pivotal point in many discussions about risk, safety, or conspiracy theories. Speaking of which, conspiracy, this is a crucial concept, as it involves secret plans or plots that can influence perceptions and actions. Recognizing conspiratorial thinking is essential for understanding underlying motives. Prestigious, something that is prestigious is highly respected or esteemed, often associated with authority or credibility. Identifying prestigious sources or figures helps ground our understanding in reputable information. Finally, animated. This term can refer to something lively, active, or even in motion, metaphorically or literally. In discussions, it can describe the tone or engagement level of a debate or presentation. By connecting these words, we see how perceptions can be distorted by delusions, how sudden changes can be abrupt, and how prominence and prestige influence what we pay attention to. Recognizing these elements is vital in navigating complex narratives, especially when conspiracy theories and emotional reactions come into play. All right, so on this slide, we're looking at a diverse selection of titles that really showcase the power of storytelling across different media. Starting with A Beautiful Mind, which highlights the incredible storytelling around mental health and human resilience. Then we have Sonic the Hedgehog, a fun and energetic example of how animation and character design create memorable entertainment. Moving on to Bruce Lee, A Warrior's Journey, which exemplifies the art of storytelling through a legendary figure's life, inspiring millions. Then again, Sonic the Hedgehog appears, emphasizing its cultural impact and how it resonates with audiences over time. Next is Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, representing blockbuster filmmaking and the importance of visual effects and storytelling in creating immersive worlds. Following that, The Lion King reminds us of the timeless appeal of stories about life, growth, and leadership. And finally, The number 4 hints at the significance of ranking or categorization in storytelling, or perhaps a different point. But overall, these titles demonstrate how different stories connect with audiences and serve as powerful tools to communicate ideas, emotions, and values across various genres and formats. All right, now for your homework. Please refer to your workbook on page 251 and focus on exercise A. This is a great opportunity to reinforce what we've covered today. Remember, the key points are to thoroughly understand the concepts, but also to explain them in a conversational way. So think about how you'd naturally discuss these ideas with someone else. Highlight the most important concepts, because those will help you grasp the core message of the material. And as always, try to connect these points back to the overall theme of our presentation, showing how they fit into the bigger picture. This will not only deepen your understanding, but also make your explanations more meaningful. So take your time with this exercise, and don't hesitate to revisit any parts that seem challenging. You're doing great.